assault on the River State Judiciary by hoodlums, aided by men of the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, FSAS. I so move.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Seconder for the second leg of the motion.
Time to second the motion, assembly moved by Hon Betty. I so second.
By hoodlums, aided by the men of the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, FSAS. Mr. Speaker, the House notes with utmost concern that on Friday, the 11th of May, 2018, organized hoodlums, aided by over 40 operatives of the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, under the command of Akin Fakorade, commander of FSAS River State, blocked all entrances to the River State High Court complex for hours, preventing judicial workers, magistrates, judges, litigants, lawyers from gaining access into their offices and courtrooms to carry out their judicial duties and businesses. The House also notes that while the siege lasted, the organized hoodlums, aided by the Federal SARS, freely harassed, shot sporadically in the air, harassed innocent people, including, again, judicial workers, judges, lawyers, and the general public. The House also notes that public properties were vandalized, equipments and furniture stolen, vehicles, both private and government-owned, parked within the vicinity of the High Court premises and the court building were ransacked and destroyed. The House further notes that the incident was purportedly a fallout of the APC local government congress, where an aggrieved faction had gone to court to seek redress, while the other faction, with the backing of security men, were out to prevent the court from sitting. The House is aware that Nigeria is a democratic nation, and Section 6, Subsection 6 of the Nigerian Constitution, as amended, clearly vests adjudicator powers in the judiciary. The House is worried that such brazen and sponsored invasion of an arm of government amounts to an assault and contempt of the judiciary, and a show of violence, as well as an infringement on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House is further worried that security agencies, especially the Nigerian police force, is failing in its duties to protect, in its responsibilities to protect democratic institutions. The House is also further worried again that the invasion of institutions of government is now becoming a norm, and no doubt ridicules our democracy before the international community. The House resolves to condemn this assault on the judiciary in Rivers State, and 2, to set up an ad hoc committee to investigate the immediate and remote causes of the assault on the judiciary in Rivers State on the 11th of May, 2018, to forestall future occurrences and to report back to the House within 4 weeks for further legislative input. Mr. Speaker, I so move. The 13th of, on Wednesday, the 18th of April, 2018, a group of hoodlums invaded the Senate chambers. Incidentally, they took away the mace, the symbol of authority of the Senate, and they did not only do that, they also harmed some of our staff, sergeant-at-arms staff, who were on duty in the Senate chambers. That was a huge embarrassment for us as a nation, as a democratic nation. Incidentally, I happened to be the chairman representing the House in the ad hoc committee to investigate that event. So it came as a surprise that on Friday, while we were still doing an investigation on the case of the Senate, on Friday, the 11th of May, the issue came right to my state. And what happened in Rivers State, at the High Court complex in Rivers State on the 11th of May, is really condemnable, and it's something that we should not allow to go without proper investigations and to make sure that the culprits are brought to book. Mr. Speaker, a situation where our democratic institutions are being ridiculed all the time, with, in some cases, the support of security agencies, is something that will not augur well for our democracy. Nigeria is a democratic nation. We have a constitution guiding this nation, and everybody should respect the rule of law and follow the constitution in whatever we do. So, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to ask my honorable colleagues to support this motion. I don't want to say too much because it's an investigative motion, so that when we do finalize our investigations and report to the House, we have more information and know and add more legislative input. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Committee on Judiciary and Police Affairs, and it has been duly seconded. So the question now is, those in favor of the amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.